Hello everybody, welcome back. So we go into the interface of MATLAB. So here we can start with, let's say we can start with a script. Including a script, let's say we're going to save this under the folder. So we just create a folder. Let's say we're going to put it inside the desktop under the folder called volatility, let's say. So let's say, okay, let's say we just save it with volatility 01, let's say. Okay. So you can just open this and go to the folder you have created. Let's say this one. Then this is the .m file of going to save afterwards. Okay, so this is the editor. You can just so before that, there's a very useful information inside MATLAB. So let's say we want to collect some data and to do some analysis. I think you can just go inside this and have a look. So under the documentation, your data set and examples. So you have quite a number of examples here. So this is the data set available in the MATLAB. So let's say we have quite numbers, or let's say the electricity prices simulated now daily. So you have the foreign exchange of this should be the USD to other countries, GDP, global indexes. Okay, so let's say we just try to use one of this data, which is data equity index for US market 1990 to 2000. It's around 10 years, right? More than 10 years. Okay. Okay. So let's say we can just close this. So first of all, let's say we just put a statement here. So this is financial. So this will be the statement without the MATLAB will not process this as a code. Okay, it's just a statement. When somebody read your code, you can understand what is going on. Okay, so first of all, we just need to clear the uh so you need to clear, let's say, the command window and the workspace every time. Okay, so you can have a format. Sorry, so this is clear and CLC. Okay, so these two will clear the command window and workspace. So in order to save space, so we can use the compact, format compact. So therefore you will have more space. So for the first part, let's say one we have load data, then load data, load the data. So we just call the function load. Okay. Then we have just now the equity data, is it? Okay, sure. Maybe X. Or we just so we can just run this and have a look. Under the run, you just run it. Then you should be able to see what is inside the data equity index file. Okay. So here we can just have a look at what is available there. So you have data and then let's say spend. So the description, you can just go to the description. You found that the US data set consists of NYSE and NASDAQ from year 1990 to year 2001. Okay, so the source of the data actually can get it from these two websites. So this is a price equity index. So look at the data table. the first row, first column will be the NYSE, second column will be Nasdaq. So the data set is from 1990 to 2001. So it consists of around 20 years, 3028 price index. Okay, so this is what we have. Just close this. So let's say if you want to extract this data from this data set, then we can just define, or we just can have a variable. We assign the data using a variable called price at NYSE. Okay, so just now we have a data table, isn't it? We're going to extract from the data table. So it just leads the, so the series we're going to use is NYSE. The other one is Nasdaq, isn't it? So let's say we want to use the NYSE. So this will be the price. So when you run this, so the semicolon here actually try to reduce the, it will display without the semicolon. Let's say without this, you run it, you will display all the prices. If you use a semicolon, run again, then it only would appear in the workspace. Okay, everything will be saved and put in the workspace here. Okay. Okay. Afterwards, we're going to change. So this is basically extract. Okay, extract the data. Then let's say we want to change the price to the continuous compounded returns. Then we use a variable return for NYSE. So assign this to a variable called NYSE. So let's say this is the percentage returns. Then you use a function called price to return. Okay, so we're going to change the price to returns. Okay, we're going to change the price to returns. So you run it, you're going to generate the return NYSE. Okay, so you see this return NYSE. So it's open and have a look at this value is either positive or negative, and can be zero as well. There's no price changes. So in this way, let's say this is what you should do. Okay? Let's say we just want to have a look. So this is change price to. So next one, let's say we like to display the data. Okay? So we use the function called figure, plot the price NYSE. Okay, so price NYSE. So they actually provide. So there are two here. So this one is make it very convenient. Then we put the title, or the function title, then put the variable inside with price level or price index for NYSE. Okay, so if you run this, then you should see the plots of the price, plot of the price. So the price for NYSE with the daily data, and this is the value magnitude of the index. Okay, so if you want to include the returns as well, so you just put, so this is a this is a return we have created. Okay, this is the return. Then we put the titles, call the same function. Then we will put in return series for NYSE. Okay, so then you can just run this. So you have two graph involved here. Okay, two graph involved, both of them. So I think if you want to put both the graph in one, so you can use a subplot. So never mind. So we can do the subplot afterwards now. Right? Subplot afterwards to combine both of the graph together. So basically, this will be the environment for MATLAB. Consists of editor. We save it in a .env file. Okay, so you see, you save a .env file. So everything you have run, you will save it in the workspace. If you want to see the result immediately, you will see the command window. So you can type the code here as well. Okay, just that the editor can make it easier because every time you run it, you just need to do some amendment to your editor. So after that, yeah, let's say if you want to just change, let's say price NYSE to P NYSE, let's say, so you can just change it in your script under the editor. Okay, guys. So this will be the first part, a very fundamental part of the environment of MATLAB. Okay, so after that,